Yes, sir. Oh, motherfuckers thought I was gonna do it. Shit. Man, ain't nobody, man, untouched, man. So now we are here today to talk about the most influential artist in Detroit rap, right? You see, when you hear Detroit, if you on the outside looking in, you hear Detroit, you gonna think of Eminem, Big Sean, etc. That's the industry shit, right? But if you really in the city, you know how influential Blade Icewood was, right? So now we about to explore uh the numerology behind his death. There was a lot of things that I seen that was kind of sketchy. And I was like, this looks a little strange. So let's dive right in, man. Right? Now with Blade Icewood, right? With him residing and meeting his demise in the city of Detroit, right? Blade Icewood and Detroit both equal 98 in the English language forwards and backwards. Now, if you're not familiar with what you're looking at, this is the practice of Gematria, turning letters into numbers, right? And this is what's going on right in front of us. With a lot of these deaths, a lot of rituals that's occurring, things are being coded, right? So let's explore this code, right? Now, if we take Blade Icewood, right, Michigan, and Kiel, we get the number 64. So Blade Icewood is synchronized with Kiel, and Kiel also equals 28, as he was killed at the age of 28. A lot of rappers are getting are killed at the age of 28, right? Takeoff dead at 28, Big Pun dead at 28. That 27, 28 range, that Saturn return, when Saturn, makes that little trip back, to where it was when you was born, that Saturn return. A lot of celebrities are being killed in their Saturn return, right? But come on. Now, along with that synchronization with that word kill, now it was said that a gunman pulled up alongside Blade Icewood in his Range Rover and fired 17 rounds into the passenger side, right? Killing Icewood, right? When kill in full reduction equals 17, as once again 28, as he was killed at the age of 28 and he was hit with 17 rounds, with kill equals 17. So I don't know who he was riding with. If that person, set him up, but the numbers are very interesting in this case, right? Now, full reduction, right? Full reduction and reverse reduction. That is reducing the letters with double digits to single digits, right? The Greek philosopher Pythagoras believed that the true numbers were 1 through 9. So when you get to the 10th letter, it restarts 1 through 9, 1 through 9, until the alphabet ends. Right? Even when you add it up and reduce the double digits to single digits, it follows that same suit. Right? Either way it goes. Well, come on. Right? Blade Icewood was also born on 17 date numerology. Right? With him being born on March 14th, 3 plus 14, and you get 17, as he was killed with 17 rounds when kill equals 17. Even he was born on 17 date numerology. Right? Now, once again, kill, Detroit, Michigan, and shooting all equal 44. Now, somebody put on Reddit a couple months ago, 8 months ago, they posted the hitman who killed Blade Icewood, Lil Larry. Now, the question is, who paid for the hit? Lil Larry did. He got charged for Blade murder and he still didn't snitch. Right? So who hired Lil Larry is the question. But the interesting part about this, right, is the 44 date, excuse me, not the date, but the 44 numerology would kill Detroit, Michigan, and shooting, and Lil Larry also equals 44. The person allegedly the hitman, and we gonna see later on. Now my argument is starting to strengthen with the things that other people are saying. You know, they say when people say, a lot of people, everybody's not lying, right? I don't even know this person from a can of paint, but we both got the same thoughts about this situation, that this was a hitman. This was a hit job, right? Now, come on, diving deeper with that. Now, there was also a first attempt before he actually got killed. There was a first prior attempt on his life on September 20th, 2004, where he was shot inside his house in Oak Park, which also equals 44. So they tried to get him up out of here one time already. So it was 2 attempts on his life. The second attempt was successful. Now, if we talk about the first attempt on his life, if we take the first attempt to the second attempt, we have a span of 6 months and 4 weeks. Just like Blade Icewood equals 64, he was killed in Michigan, which both equal 64 once again at 28, right? At age 28. So that first attempt, the span from the first attempt to the second attempt seems very organized. As if the same people that organized the first hit is the same people that organized the last one. That's what it's starting to seem like. But come on. Right? Even continuing to 64, on the 6th of April, right? 6/4, Larry Joe Davidson was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Blade Icewood, when Blade Icewood, once again, equals 64. Now, if we take the span, once again, the span from the first shooting to the last one, we get a span of 6 months and 30 days, or 6 months, 4 weeks, and 2 days. Just like Lil Larry equals 630 and 642. And also with shooting, right? On both occasions, right? Shooting equals 642. So by the numbers, this was a hit. Come on. Like Hitman, right? The span of the first hit to the second one, where Blade Icewood lost his life, is a span of 211 days. Now, 211 is the 47th prime number. Once again, just like Agent equals 47, hence the hitman in the game, Agent 47. They put the Gematria right in front of you that this was a real thing being utilized. Right? Agent 47, we know the 47 is the number tied to the government, as government equals 47, president, White House, Republican, and Democrat all equal 47, right? And it's interesting that he got hit with 7 bullets from an AK-47 the first time on the first attempt. On the first attempt, he was hit with 7 bullets from an AK-47. Now, what's interesting, right, about that 47, Blade Icewood was killed exactly 47 weeks before his upcoming birthday, the next year. He was killed 47 weeks before his birthday. I think something deeper is going on in this situation. I think that we're being brainwashed to think that every time it's always some street shit. I think that's the brainwashing that's going on in the black community. I think it's some deeper things that's going on with the people that's in front of us. I think that they're being taken out by the numbers. Right? But come on. Right? With that 211, right? Because we know 211 is the 47th prime number. And that's the number that's linked to the Detroit artist Blade Icewood passing away. Now that number 211 is very interesting with that number 211 because there's actually a Detroit movie called 211. So what's really going on in the city? I'm about to uncover it. Oh yeah, they don't want me to. Oh yeah, they ain't gonna like this one. They ain't gonna like this one. Yeah, it's a movie in the city. This was a Detroit independent film with all the people that y'all familiar with: Cash Doll, Icewood Vezo, Payroll Giovanni, Murder Pain. I'm gonna hit on Murder Pain in a minute, cause these folks and this nigga right here in the middle, these folks got some shit going on, right? But that number 211, right? That number 211. It was also a mainstream movie starring Nicolas Cage with that same number 211. So what's really going on with that number 211? Let's dive deeper then. Mason equals 211 in Latin/Jewish. Now I told you I was finna dive in on some of these people, right? Now y'all pay attention. Y'all pay attention to this dude right here. Y'all pay attention to this dude that's starring in the movie 211. Look at him right here. We know 211 equal Mason, right? Look at his fucking hat. Look at his fucking hat. And you think this shit a game. And Murder Pain posted this. Murder Pain posted this. The same nigga that's in the movie 211. Right here. Murder Pain. Murder Pain and him right here. It's some shit going on in Detroit, man. Some shit that motherfuckers not really understanding. Y'all always think it's some street shit every time something happen. That's not always the case. Sometimes it's some shit that's deeper that's going on. Why he got that on his hat? And he's sitting there smirking with the Masonic bricks in the background. But let's uncover that. So let's uncover how this nigga done caught a body. Let's talk about how this nigga done killed the damn pizza man back on January 15th by the numbers. Look at how he killed this man by the numbers. Shamar Avery on January 15th. Jeffrey Stanker was robbed and shot to death while attempting to deliver pizza in Detroit, Michigan. January 15th, 1/15. If we take Shamar Avery's name in the English ordinal cipher, we get 115, just like killing equals 115. Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about you. Ooh, on top of that, I'm finna put another little slide in here. Masonic equals 115. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about you Masonic ass niggas with this duper delight smile on your damn face. But no, I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna show him about your motherfucking ass. Let's talk about how he was sentenced to 20 to 50 years. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how this man was sentenced to 20 to 50 years and he beat the case. All thanks to the Masons, right? All thanks to them, right? That's why he got this little mischievous ass grin on his face, right? Look like a damn little ass kid. You know he was one of them little kids that always had snot running down their face all the time. Look at his face right now. He looked like he just got caught stealing a cookie and he's still not gonna give it back. Badass little kid. Right? That nigga never changed. He never changed. Look at him. Little Roscoe from Martin looking ass nigga. Come on, man. Look at Murder Pain with the one eye symbolism. See, you would think because these folks not in Hollywood, but it's levels to this shit. They got Masons in all aspects. They got police officers that's Masons, lawyers that's Masons, judges that's Masons, teachers in the school system that's Masons, the board of the education that's Masons, everyday people that's Masons. It ain't just Hollywood. That's the brainwashing. But these folks is doing the same thing. Masonic logo on the hat. One eye symbolism on the picture multiple times, not just one, multiple times. Right? But see, this is what folks not understanding, that it's really something deeper going on in the city of Detroit. As Detroit has the biggest Masonic temple in the world. In the world. I didn't say Detroit has the biggest Masonic temple in the state of Michigan. I didn't say the biggest in America. I didn't say the biggest in North America. I said the biggest Masonic temple in the world. Is y'all understanding that? Is y'all understanding this? Is something deeper going on with these folks? And it's so crazy that the number of rooms in the Masonic temple, in this biggest Masonic temple, it's 1,037 rooms in this temple. Just like the number 137 is the 33rd prime number. Now, what's so interesting about that 137 and that 33? The first attempt on Blade Icewood's life was in Oak Park, Michigan, when Oak Park, Michigan equals 137, the 33rd prime number. And it even happened on 33 date numerology, September 20th in the year 04. And we get 33 date numerology. What's really going on with this situation? And guess what? Check this out. Blade Icewood was a span of 330 months old at the time that he got shot the first time. Numerology rules dropped the 0 to 33. Come on, man. He also got killed. Now, this is the day he got killed. His birthday, his upcoming birthday, was on the 330th day of his death. His upcoming birthday in 2006 was on the 330th day of Blade Icewood's death. So what's really going on here? Like I said, they tried to take dude out the first time. September 20th. This was the first attempt on his life. And we can see that the first attempt was by the numbers just as much as the second time. Right? 53 date numerology. Right? Including the 20 in 2000. We get 53, 17. And it's happened on the 264th day of the year. Just like Blade, Icewood, and Keel equals 53, 17, and 264 in the English Sumerian cipher. The English Sumerian cipher is the English language multiplied by 6. So we can see they tried to take his ass up out of here the first time, but it went unsuccessful. They even tried to they tried to do a race ritual on him, right? Because they tried to kill him on the day, leaving 102 days remaining in the year. Just like the N-word in slavery equals 102, right? Even his real name, Darnell equals 30, right? Just like the N-word in slavery. But then they ended up still getting him, though, because they killed him 30 weeks after the first attempt, right? Just like Darnell, the N-word in slavery equals 30. So they still got him. They still got him with them digits. They still hit him with that mockery. They tried to really mock him, though, the first time with 102. Come on. Wait a minute. This is all coming. Now we just talked about Detroit. This is all coming full circle now. We just talked about Detroit having the biggest Masonic temple in the world. Now it's interesting that the Detroit Pistons logo shares the duality colors with the blue and red in the logo. So they was even showing the duality in the Detroit Pistons logo with the colors blue and red. Man, this shit deeper than the surface, man. Right? But what's interesting, the day that he passed away, was on the 19th of April. Now, if we take that day, that happened to be the 109th day of the year, right? He died from a shooting on the 109th day of the year. Just like shooting equals 109 and the culprit, Lil Larry, equals 109 as well. Look at the synchronicities between Lil Larry and shooting. Lil Larry and the person that carried out the shooting. Look at the synchronicities between the two. Lil Larry shooting equals 109, and he got killed on the 109th day of the year. Yeah, I think it's something deeper going on in this situation. Right? Even if we take Lil Larry in the English ordinal cipher, right? A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. Lil Larry and shooting equals 107, right? This is the person that killed him. 107 is the 28th prime number. Just like, once again, he got killed at the age of 28 when kill equals 28. He even got killed on 28 date numerology. April 19th, 05, 28. Man. Oh yeah, another Detroit artist that got killed at 28. Eastside Baking Soda Snoop. Yeah, Baking Soda Snoop died at 28 too. I did a video on that a couple months ago. Yeah, that's another person with the number 28. And he got killed on the east side. East side equals 28. But come on. Right? Now, pay attention to these bios, right? He even has a famous birthday page. That shocked me that he had a famous birthdays page. But pay attention to the date on the page, right? The date on the page, or the age, right, is 28. Right? Even on findagrave.com, right? His death age is listed at 28. 28 years old. 28. Right? Even this celeb net worth page, everybody has his age listed at 28 years old, as he was born in the year 77. Now, it's very interesting that the actual article about his death, like they always do, changed his age to 27. So they put him in a 27 club too, when we know ritual equals 27. And we've seen this so many times of them changing the ages. They did the same thing with Detroit artist Pay Will. When Pay Will got killed at 27, but somebody said, hey, I went to school with him. That nigga wasn't nothing but 22. But they put him in a 27 club. They put Blade Icewood in the 27 club. That's why they changed his age. That's what they always do. They always change the ages. Right? A ritual. They letting you know that it was a ritual. Right? Even the dude that killed him, his real name, Larry Davidson, equals 81, just like ritual equals 81. But let me show you why they changed it though. This is why they changed it to 27. Because that was the first time they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him when he was actually 27 years old. That's why they changed it in the article. Because that's when he was supposed to be gone the first time. That was the first time they tried to hit him up, was when he was actually 27. But he lived through it. He made it to 28 and they still went back to fucking 27. Come on, man. Now the spelling of his last name as well. Now they can agree on the age being 28, but we can't come into an agreement of what the spelling of the last name is. The spelling is very crucial. One letter could change everything. So it's very important that everything is on point. Everything is strategic. So it's a reason why in these articles it's spelled this way. Well, not these articles, but these websites, right? These websites is spelled this way. But in the official article, it's spelled this way with an E. Because if we take it with the E, Darnell Lindsay syncs right up with sacrifice in all base ciphers in the English language in complicity. Whether you take it forwards, backwards, whether you reduce the double digits, whether you reverse that motherfucker, then reduce the digits. Either way it go, that name, the way they spelled it in this article, synchronized with sacrifice. I think something deeper is going on with this situation. I think we need to unpack that mind, unpack that Detroit, unpack 7 Mile, and unpack from 7 Mile. The world is a lot bigger than 7 Mile. The world is it's a lot bigger than 6 Mile. It's a lot bigger than McNichols. It's a lot bigger than Mac Avenue. It's a lot bigger than Joy Road. It's a lot of other shit that's going on in the world. I need my people to understand that. Come on. Right? 73. If we take the way they spelled it, right? In this article, right? It equals 73, just like sacrifice equals 73. It's interesting that he was actually born on the 73rd day of the year. Blade Icewood was born on the 73rd day of the year. This is why they do the things that they do, man. Strategic. By the numbers. Right? Even the reflection of 73, 37. He was killed on the 37th day of his age in Detroit from a shooting. When Detroit and shooting equals 37. Forwards and backwards. Once again, the way they take Icewood, right? Icewood 27, whose legal name Icewood, was dead at the scene. And we take Icewood and killing. Once again, we have the exact synchronicity. The headlines. Once again, they always give it away in the headlines, right? Where they coded his murder. They put it right in front of you that this was a coded murder, right? Because they put paralyzed rapper. Yeah, I forgot to mention that the first time that he got hit, he ended up being paralyzed from the chest down. Yeah, they tried to take his ass up out of here the first time on that 33 date numerology. On that 33 numerology, they hit his ass up real good. They paralyzed him from the chest down. So yeah, they had to come harder the second time. Remember the numbers. The first time he got hit 7 times with an AK-47. He lived through it. The second time, it was 17 rounds. So yeah, that was somebody on a mission, making sure this time he didn't make it through. Yeah. That sounded like a mission somebody was on to make sure the mission go accomplished this time. But paralyzed rapper, right? We take the words paralyzed rapper. Paralyzed rapper and murder had the same synchronicity of 79 and 83. Most importantly, 83, as in he was murdered in Detroit, Michigan, which equals 83. Why do you think they name these cities the way they do? What a perfect place to put the Masonic Temple at. The biggest Masonic temple in the world, where murder, the frequency of murder, is being spread to the city through the people. It's even in the numbers. Every number is a vibration of frequency. So what better place to put the biggest Masonic temple in the world is a place with murder numerology attached to it. Come on, man. They even got a damn Baphomet statue in the damn city. It's a lot deeper than the surface, bro. Once again, paralyzed rapper. Right? Paralyzed rapper equals 223, just like Skull and Bones equals 223. Right? Skull and Bones, the brotherhood of death. So a lot of these deaths also synchronize with that numerology, because these are death rituals. So they're gonna put that in the headlines. No, I don't think he was a part of the Skull and Bones, but this is just the way that they write these headlines to code these things and communicate with each other. Right? Rap performer Blade Icewood has been killed in a drive-by shooting. 7 months. The number of completion. 7 months from the time he got shot 7 times with an AK-47. Then the second time he gets shot 17 times. right? When he was born in the year 77. But drive-by shooting, right? 213, right? Just like death. That's the death number. We know that's the death number, the number 213. We know that's the death number. Takeoff. Takeoff died 213 days after Quavo's birthday. Everything is surrounded around these people's birthdays. That number 213. Takeoff died with that same numerology. Tupac died, quote unquote, Tupac quote unquote died also from a drive-by shooting, which equals 213. 213 days after he drops his last album on 2/13 called All Eyes on Me. He dies 213 days after 2/13. Coolio was born on the 213th day of the year, and he proceeds to die in Los Angeles, where 213 is the area code. So we know that this number 213 is the number for death. Jeffrey Dahmer. Look up Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment where he was killing all those black men in. Apartment 213. Come on. Now, what was interesting, right? Now, I don't know if he knew this was coming, but they said he was coming up with this album. He was scheduled to release this album before he passed away, called Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And we have the blood on the ground, and we got the bullet holes in the parental advisory sticker. So did he already know this was to come? Did he already foreshadow this? Right? Because he died after this album was complete. But the most interesting part about this last album, right? Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It happens to have the same numerology as Blade Icewood with 53 and 226. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That's a famous saying. Like, he didn't create that phrase. People been saying that before Blade Icewood. People been saying like, yeah, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. It's just so crazy that this happens to be the title of his last project. And it also synchronizes with Blade Icewood. So y'all definitely think it was something deeper going on in this situation, man. I don't know if the person that he was in the car with, because they said he was the passenger. So who knows if the passenger understood the assignment? You know what I'm saying? I could probably bet my money on it. You know, the same way Peasy, as soon as Bacon Soda Snoop left Peasy house, he got killed. So that same type of thing where niggas understand the assignment, niggas know where they gotta have that person at that specific time, at that perfect time. But with that being said, bro, that's all we got for this video, man. Appreciate all the love, all the support, and I'm out.